The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the 49ers, all that and more, coming up next.
It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoff.
Now, the second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Bringing them out, the former Tar Heel, second-year pro, Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing here, Howell. That one caught by the tight end Bates. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Take it at the 37. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? 2nd year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Here's Purdy. It fights him off. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Niners will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we got no shot. You got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, Howell to throw. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And once more, Howell back to the air. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Howell down to throw it. And his pass incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Purdy. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Howell. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Howell. It's complete to Brown, right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Now it's Crowder. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley.
Wrap up.
Still moving. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Second down, Howe back to pass. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. With a play fake, and now here's Howe to throw it. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambly Thomas. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
There he goes, right side. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He's looking deep for Bell. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, 39 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Slide for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Daron Payne. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Purdy. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. To the sideline and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Crowder now to return. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in.
There he goes, left side. inside the 20. Antonio Gibson, touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away,
Coach. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the Saints who come away with the victory at home. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. The Saints needed a strong finish, and they got it, as the victory there caps off a 12-5 regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Purdy looking to throw. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 63 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, Howell. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, 41 yards. And the Commanders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run over center with Mitchell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that's incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Purdy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Purdy sets up to throw again. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Back to throw, Howell. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Nifty move. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Howell now to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lucas. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Purdy. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Purdy now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. First down, here's Mitchell.
And bulldozing his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught here by Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 49-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Now Purdy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Inside the 20, Antonio Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Ray McCloud to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Niners set to take over on offense. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 23.
Drive starts with a give to Mitchell.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Purdy's throw hauled in by Bell.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line.
A big third down play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Back to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown 49ers. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers get a bit closer. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. That time a 6-play drive. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Nick Bosa.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Sly able to put this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This taken in right around the goal line.
And running with power here.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own
The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Turnover on down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Niners' 23-yard line.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.